In the late 19th century, when steam was already challenging sail but had not yet conquered the oceans, shipbuilders still believed that a well-designed sailing ship could outrun almost anything afloat. One of those beliefs took steel, canvas, and wind and became a ship named Pampa. She was launched in 1891 from the AG Neptune shipyard in Rostock, a city not yet famous for building giants of the sea. Yet Pampa changed that. At the moment she touched the water, she became the largest ship ever built in Rostock, a steel-hulled, full-rigged sailing ship, a true windjammer of the final great age of sail. Built for the prestigious Hamburg shipping company F. Laeisz, Pampa was special even before her first voyage. She was the only ship Laeisz ever built in Rostock, and more importantly, the last full-rigged ship the company would ever commission. From that point on, Laeisz would turn exclusively to four-masted barques, better suited to ever-growing bulk cargoes. In that sense, Pampa already belonged to the end of an era. Pampa was not large by later standards, just over 82 meters long with a beam of 12.3 meters. But she was beautifully proportioned. Steel hull, 3 masts, full sail plan, and a crew of just over 20 men. She carried heavy cargoes, saltpeter, coal, grain, timber, wool, sometimes thousands of tons at a time. But what made Pampa famous was not her capacity. It was her speed. Her maiden voyage in the summer of 1891 took her in ballast from Rostock to Iquique, Chile, rounding Cape Horn, the ultimate proving ground. She returned to Hamburg loaded with saltpeter, completing her first commercial cycle before the world had even begun to notice her. Then came the record voyages. Under Captain Carl J. Steinke, Pampa began to do something extraordinary. Between 1892 and 1898, she repeatedly sailed from the English Channel to Valparaiso in just over 60 days. 61, 63, 69 days. Times that even later and much larger ships would struggle to match. In 1896, she reached the equator from Lizard Point in only 15 days, an astonishing run. Sailors said she ran like a weasel, slipping through seas with a speed and consistency that seemed almost unreal. By 1905, under Captain Wilhelm Schroeder, Pampa achieved her greatest triumph, 58 days from the English Channel to Valparaiso. Only 2 ships in the world were faster, the British four-masted barque Eudora and the legendary 5-masted Preussen. And Pampa was smaller than both. Speed did not mean safety. Like all deep-sea sailing ships, Pampa lived at the mercy of weather, cargo, and fate. Over her long career, she survived violent storms, dangerous cargo shifts, and near losses. In 1916, while carrying timber off Cape Hatteras, she developed a severe list and drifted helplessly for 18 hours, her stern nearly submerged before the crew managed to save her. In 1918, carrying petroleum from New York to Port Adelaide, she was caught in a multi-day storm and lost her sails. Not all dangers were survivable. In 1910, a sailor was washed overboard and drowned on passage from Iquique to Hamburg. In 1920, during a winter voyage from Kotka to Algoa Bay, the first mate and a quartermaster were swept away by the sea and lost forever. These were not dramatic headlines, just the quiet, relentless cost of deep water sail. By 1913, the world had changed. Steamships ruled most trade routes, and the economics of sail were collapsing. That year, Pampa was sold to Finland, purchased by Rederi AB Aura of Turku. She was renamed Aura, but her hull, her rig, and her soul remained the same. Under Finnish captains, Walter Conrad Janssen, August Julius Henriksson, and others, she continued to sail long distances, coal to Chile, timber across the Atlantic, petroleum across oceans. She was no museum piece. She was still working. In April 1922, fate finally caught her. On a voyage from London toward Texas, she was struck by a violent storm near the Isles of Scilly. She lost her ballast, was dismasted, and lay helpless in the sea. The British steamship Tuscarora towed her to Plymouth. She would never sail again. Sold back from salvage for £500, then sold on to Sunderland, she was finally broken up later that year. After 31 years at sea, Pampa was gone.